Okay, let's take a look at this question. So the agency responsible for regulating the money supply in the United States is which of the following? And so we have the comptroller of the currency, the U.S. Treasury, the Federal Reserve, or the U.S. Bank. And so out of all of these, we know that the agency responsible for monetary policy, which includes regulation of the money supply, is going to be the Federal Reserve. I think the comptroller of the currency is Canadian. The U.S. Treasury is a department that is under the executive branch, but the federal what's different is that the Federal Reserve is technically part of the United States, but it's not under the executive branch. It's a separate agency, and so it's independent. And so that's a big difference between the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve. And then we have the U.S. Bank, which is not a specific bank. Um, maybe if we said the United States Central Bank, then that would also be correct. But U.S. Bank is not correct. So Federal Reserve is going to be the correct answer. And that's, again, not theory, not calculation. This is just, kind of more background knowledge this is something that, most of you guys will need to be familiar with just in terms of the facts of some of the background for economics. So let's take a look at the answer choice. Federal Reserve, the money supply in the United States is controlled and regulated by its monetary authority and the central bank, the Federal Reserve System. Federal Reserve is responsible for regulating the commercial banking system of the country. It does all these things. It does so by influencing the credit creation capacity of the commercial banks through monetary policy instruments, right, such as the federal funds rate, discount rate, reserve requirement ratio, and open market operations. Yeah, definitely. That is correct. And so I think the only thing to take this a step further is that almost all of these uh, tools that the Federal Reserve uses is in order to regulate the money supply. And because the money supply is directly related to the interest rates and the productivity. And so I would add just an asterisk that says all those monetary policy instruments end up um, regulating the money supply, either directly or indirectly. Yeah.